I'm living. Ooh, everything different.
I want to thank you for being here, and I want to thank you for being such a strong woman and still spreading light in times that I know it's kind of hard for you. The first thing I wanted to ask was about the foundation, of course, and what you would be doing in Pop's name with the foundation, because obviously he did this before he passed, so he had a vision, and I think that's so like beyond his time to even think so soon in his career to build a foundation. So what will you be like carrying out for him in this foundation?
Well, his whole thing was that he wanted to give back. Right? He wanted to give back. So we're designing opportunities for young people to participate in different things that would help them. Right? That would help them figure out which stars they want to shoot for. You know what I'm saying? It's okay to dream. Right? One of his things that he made up his mind that he was going to do something, and he moved full force into doing that thing. So it's giving young people the opportunity to dream and to believe that they can do what they set their minds to do. So again, we have, even though the 20th is about commemoration and celebrating his life, that's going to be the place where we give the community an opportunity to come in. That's going to be the place where young artists are going to have an opportunity to come do their thing, whether it's fine arts or performing arts.
I'll definitely love to be there for that.
That's going to be the place where their voice. One thing that really impressed me with the Black Lives Matter movement was how his music became the backdrop for that in Brooklyn. And to find that young people, that generation of youth, kind of have a different twist on what civil rights should look like. Right? They're not so much about civil rights as they're about human rights. So we have to recognize that there's been a shift for them. Right? They're not asking to be at the table. They're assuming they're at the table.
Correct.
Right? They're assuming they're at the table. So what we gonna do? What we gonna serve up? So providing an opportunity for them to have those kinds of conversations, for them to listen to the feedback we got from the 20th, was that they loved the topics that they heard being talked about. They loved hearing about the community and the whole gun violence. That they want to hear more about how do they fix their lives. Some of them were talking about, what do you do? We give our children what we feel they need, and sometimes we protect them, but sometimes we don't prepare them. Right? So when something goes wrong, right, what do they do? And a lot of them want to know, why haven't we been told
how to do
things? And so that comes back from being able to have a conversation.
Correct.
That comes back from using your voice, right? From being able to have a conversation in your home, to being able to ask the questions in your house, right? Without people feeling that they have to protect themselves or protect you.
Correct.
Right? So just creating opportunities. And so we things, factual things. So we do that kind of event for February. And then my plan is to have my birthday be a moment to pull women together, and actually we're gonna pull the men in as well.
I think you did a great job, and I think just you even thinking about other moms in times like this is really powerful. It shows the strength that you have within you, and I think that's special.
Oh, thank you. Yeah. I wanted to be able to process myself in a particular way, and I realized that I couldn't do it. Like, I'm not doing the thing in my head that I want to do. I can't physically do it. So I thought that requires a place, because that must mean I'm not feeling safe, or that must mean there's something going on that's holding me back. And so I wanted to, just in case another mother was feeling that she was, was in that place, how could I facilitate that for her?
How can you help that?
Right, how can I help? And so if I'm watching her, maybe if we're all there in that place, kind of, dealing with the same thing, then we can all kind of help each other move through. One of the things I told Natasha was, because she's new in it, and she's so busy trying to be strong.
King Von's mom, correct? Yes.
Yeah, and she's so busy trying to be strong. And I'm like, girl, come and let us just roll and snot on the floor.
Yeah. Sometimes that's what it takes.
You know what I'm saying? So so that weekend's going to be that. And then again, because the young people want to hear a man's voice. we've got to get our brothers involved.
Okay.
Right?
And also, I know with the brand, I see a lot of vision in artists that people don't see. That's like what the brand is, the come up shows. And is there anything that you've seen a while before Pop actually started blowing up with his music that you said, my baby has something here? And what was that you actually seen in him to say that?
Just the way he went about life. I knew I knew that whatever he did, he wouldn't be working for someone. Or whatever he did, it would be something he designed himself. Right? So the first design became the use of his voice. But he was into clothing. I have a whole, the composition books with sketches because he was designing a line. Right? He wanted an online presence for commodities. Right, importing things from out of the country and selling them on a particular platform. Those are things that he was interested in.
He was in a business before anything.
Very much so. Very much so. And okay, for one Mother's Day, and I really wish I knew where this was. For one Mother's Day, as a little person, he designed he made me pants. He took paper and knew that he had to have more than one sheet on each side and designed a pair of pants for me. That was
oh my goodness.
So it just, you can, when you're paying attention, when just the way he processes day-to-day life, it'll show up, right? It'll show up if we just kind of take the time and look and kind of,
pay attention.
Pay attention and encourage.
With you saying paying attention, before he left us, is there anything that he did different that you would say that kind of like, my baby was talking to me before he left? Anything he did different to kind of let you know he wasn't going to be around too much longer? Like said something that kind of...
Two things. One is he and I and his brother had a conversation. I was in my room. Obasi was in there with me and he was talking. Shar came in and I said to him, get in the bed with us. And he was like, no, I'm cool. Right. We had our conversation and then Obasi left the room and he said to me how much he appreciated that I never let him go. That I held on to him. And that was real for me. I don't care what you're doing. I have a responsibility, as my grandmother would say, to get you to the other side. I need to get you to where you can stand on your own, right? So he gave me that. He said that, and then when he was leaving out, I heard the conversation downstairs because he was getting his hair braided, and so. I heard like they were leaving, and so I called his name, and the young lady said, your mom's calling you. And I said, you're not going to say goodbye? And it was the way he paused. It's the way he paused. And I was like, that's just Shar being Shar. Yeah.
Like he paused right before he said goodbye.
He didn't say anything.
He didn't say anything.
He just paused. I heard the pause. Because if he was just going, he would have just left and the door would have closed. He paused.
Because he's always with you. That's why. He's not saying bye. Thank you for spending the time with me. I really appreciate it. And we're definitely going to see each other again.
Absolutely.
I definitely want to be a part of anything at the foundation. I can be of use for you guys.
You're doing one of the sections that I want, which is new talent. To be able to kind of support
you have
them and
all the support from me.
Okay.
Believe me, you do. So I'll be giving them my contact so that you can reach out at any time.
Thank you.